Well, I'm not sure where it goes, but it goes somewhere, right? Welcome back to the Bikepacking Dad's YouTube channel. And, something a bit different today. I may have treated myself to a GoPro for Christmas, so here we go. I'm on the new gravel bike just now. I've got the Pinnacle Arkose out. If you haven't seen my initial impressions on the video, I'll put a link below, but the plan for today's video is to take it out, put it on all sorts of surfaces, in all sorts of conditions, and see how it handles. So far I've come from the house, we've been along some cycle routes on the road, just quiet roads like this. It's been wet, it's pretty cold, but the sun is shining here in the Scottish borders, so we're going to go and find some fire roads, do a bit of climbing, do a bit of descending, and at one point there's a fairly decent mountain bike trail that I'm going to attempt to throw it down. So it's going to have a bit of everything. So far though, there's been a lot of moisture, a lot of wet leaves under the trees, but the bike soaked it well. It's rolling pretty quick on the smooth stuff, and the tyres aren't slipping out on the wet stuff, so these WTB tyres seem to be moving what needs to be moved, but we'll see how it gets when it gets a bit rougher. I've got the tyre pressures up at 40 psi, which for me on the off-road stuff already sounds a bit high, but there is quite a bit of a smoother flat stuff like this to get to and from where I'm going, so we'll see how it goes. But for now I'm going to shut up. The plan is we're going over there. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but those hills are still covered in snow, so we'll see if we see any when we get there. But yeah, I'm going to shut up. Let's enjoy this descent down here. So we're just about to hit our first section of what I guess we could call gravel, or not too tricky off-road stuff. So let's see how the bike handles and see if I've made a terrible mistake with the tyre pressures. First super wet, super muddy, super rocky section done. Yeah, not a bad place to be, this bike. Soaks it up quite well. Didn't get rattled around too much considering the 40 psi. Stuck to the road, didn't slide on anything. Really comfortable on these drops. They've got a real hook on here, so you don't feel like you're gonna slide anywhere. And as the disc brakes are so good, just using the one finger, they're quite easy to operate, so I can pull fairly close to the top of the brake lever and get the stopping power I need without having to relinquish any grip on the bars. So I like all that. Let's give it a little blast down here. So you can see from the state of these back roads how wet and muddy it is, which made me start thinking about how wet my feet were about to get. But then I remembered I'd made the sensible choice to put some waterproof socks on, and I still got my DHB neoprene toe covers on my shoes, so I'm surprisingly dry and warm, considering how much water we've gone through. But yeah, the reason for this short little clip, I purchased some waterproof socks from 360 Dry a good few months ago now, and they've been on a couple of trips with me. If you haven't got waterproof socks, or you have but you don't find them so waterproof, I'll pop a link to the 360 Dry website, because yeah, reasonably priced. They keep the water out unless it's absolutely torrential, and pretty warm, so I'll pop that down below. Well, here we go, up onto the fire roads. You can see it's kind of pretty mushy with all the leaves, so let's see how we go. Still, I don't imagine we're going to see too many people out in the middle of nowhere keeping fit and getting to test this bike out, so I've had worse days. I guess before gravel cycling, I know, I'm sure it's been around for decades elsewhere, but it's obviously burst into the mainstream over the last few years. Before that, and before this type of bike that I'm riding, it was mountain bike or no bike if you wanted to come here, or you could come for a walk, I guess. So having the ability to have something fairly lightweight, obviously we've got the Di2 GRX drivetrain on here, which is holding up tremendously. Yeah, road bike geometry with a big fat set of tyres on for comfort. It's kind of the best of both worlds, isn't it? Because there's no way I'm bringing my my Trek Monda up here. So yeah, I think around this corner there's actually a old abandoned ruin. Looks like a mini castle, which is now full of owls, as I discovered when I was walking the dogs out here a few months ago. So we'll go and see if we can find it. But there it is. It says dangerous building. I'm not sure they needed to put that big ugly white sign on it for people to know that, but I guess some people are stupid. Let's see how it handles the descent. Pretty well. All right, how's it going? All right. Archery range.
Yeah, you ought to take it up.
Well, I didn't expect to find that out here. Yeah. Is there a way through to get back towards the road, or do I need to go back and up?
Yeah, you can go that way. And
yeah.
Straight over there is the...
So just down this path, is it?
Yeah, over that little rise.
Yeah.
And then head in that direction.
Perfect. Yeah, go for a look.
Yeah.
Nice part of the world.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Is there anybody else out on the...
No.
No? So, okay. Perfect.
You won't get shot.
No, good, good. That'll be an interesting one to explain to the missus. Right, have a good day. See you later, bye-bye. Right. We're cycling through an archery range. Right. That lovely man back there said there was a way through, so you probably can't see how steep this is, but you might find out when you see me go head over heels. Because it is pretty steep. So I think there's like the older guy with the bow back there might have been having me on, because there is indeed a way through. Not if you're on a bike, but it's turned into a mini adventure, shall we say. So according to my map, I'm going to meet up with some sort of fire road in 50 metres or so. Watch this space. Well, I made it back to the fire road. I think the archery people were having me on, but I couldn't possibly have turned back so they could see me fail. So instead we pushed, carried and trudged through some very thick woodland. But hey, we're back now. I've had a quick look at the map. I know roughly where I'm going to try and get to this mountain bike trail, but by the looks of it, there's a lot of climbing, so I'll go and get on with that. Give you a shout when I get to the top. Well, I wasn't wrong. I said earlier we might get to the snow as we're climbing that high, and here we are. So welcome to Scotland, everybody. The snow's going all right. I think it's thanks to the tyres, to be honest. Yeah, we're not slipping around. It's only a light covering of snow. I can see one other biker has been here today, so well done to that person. But I think we're about to crest over here and have a hell of a view, so yeah, let's have a look at this. Once we get past this massive mound of rocks, maybe. Let's have a nosy. Yeah, not bad at all. Right, we drop down, we go back up that other side, and then we'll find the mountain bike trail. So we're a little bit higher now, and the snow is a little bit thicker. Still one brave soul came before me, but I'm not sure how old that is. But if my memory serves me right, we're basically at the end, and the mountain bike trail is where this set of trails lead. So I'm going to pitch up and take a little break, because that is going to be tasty. Well, it's been quite the test run, to be honest. The bike has performed really well, even in the snow, which we weren't expecting. But we are quite high up here, and obviously we're still in Scotland, so this weather is to be expected. The gearing's been good, the tyres have been good, the 40 psi hasn't tripped me up so far, although I am about to drop down into the woods there, and it's going to be extremely muddy, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, all in all, just a really solid bike. It rolls well on the road, you take it off-road, it grips well, you've got confidence in it. It's really nimble, just you point it where you want to go and that's the way you go. So yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with it. Obviously I would say that because I bought it, and you'd have to be a very honest person to spend that kind of money and then slate it. But no, it's been really good. I'm looking forward to throwing it down this hill. Hopefully the footage will be good and not too much mud will get on the camera. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Quite looking forward to getting back home, because I'm definitely going to be getting a nice warm shower, maybe a cheeky glass of hot chocolate. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed that I stay on the bike. I don't know if you heard that, but there's something in the woods, so probably time to go. Well, here we go. Let's go see how it handles on the mountain bike stuff. Holy shit, there's trees everywhere. This is not going to go quite as I planned, I don't think, unless they're all at the side of the trail. Wow. The trail is here somewhere. Well, I've had to push back to the top, which is very disappointing because I was looking forward to that. I had no choice. I put the bike down, I walked through for a little bit. There's so many trees down, you can't see where the trail is because it's basically ripped the trail up and it got so dark and dense I wouldn't have known which direction I was going. So we're gonna have to go back the way we came, which is a little bit boring, but hey, that's one of those ones where I could end up stuck in the woods and start getting cold very quickly. So we'll go with a sensible option. We'll go back down the hill in the snow, and we'll need to take it on some proper trails another day. Let's give it a little blast down here. Well, I'm getting to the end of the ride now and I've enjoyed myself. Yes, my feet are a little bit cold. We took a few unexpected routes, but it was a mini adventure all the same. The bike, great. Not going to keep harping on about it. I think the perks of bikes like this, no matter what bike you might end up getting or currently own, the road bike geometry, how lightweight they are if you do spend a little bit more than the bottom end of the kind of gravel bike scale. The wide clearance tyres, phenomenal. Put whatever you fancy on. I know I've got a few friends who just put mountain bike tyres on for their bikepacking trips, because at the end of the day, speed isn't everything. That's not what you're going bikepacking for. So, oh, say hello to the cows. Yeah, bikepacking is not about speed, it's about adventure and hopefully travelling those paths and off-road routes that don't get ridden too often, and that's what makes it so great. Right, I'm going to clear off, but cheers for tuning in and I will catch you all on the next video. Right, bye bye.